It was 1952, a year that would soon be etched into the annals of archaeological history. The hot Judean desert sun beat down relentlessly on a dedicated group of archaeologists, their brows glistening with sweat as they toiled under the unforgiving sky. They were exploring the arid, mysterious caves near the Dead Sea, a region already famous for its hidden treasures and ancient secrets. These intrepid explorers had already unearthed amazing ancient scrolls, documents that had dramatically altered our understanding of biblical texts and the history of the region. These scrolls, painstakingly studied by scholars, had provided invaluable insights into the religious and cultural practices of ancient civilizations. But on this particular day, the archaeologists were on the brink of a discovery that would eclipse all their previous finds. Something even more mysterious was waiting to be uncovered. Inside the shadowy depths of Cave 3 at Qumran, they stumbled upon a scroll unlike any other they had ever seen. This scroll wasn't made of the usual animal skin or papyrus. Instead, it was crafted from copper, a material that immediately set it apart from other ancient texts. The Copper Scroll, as it came to be known, was old and fragmented. With the utmost care, the archaeologists began the delicate process of unrolling it, revealing its secrets 1 inch at a time. Covered in ancient Hebrew writing, the scroll's message had been hidden from the world for almost 2,000 years, waiting patiently to be deciphered. The discovery sent ripples of excitement through the archaeological community. Experts and enthusiasts alike were eager to unlock the mysteries contained within this unique artifact. What secrets did this enigmatic copper document hold? Was it a treasure map, a list of hidden riches, or something even more profound? The Copper Scroll hinted at treasures buried beneath the desert sands, treasures that had eluded discovery for centuries. The promise of hidden wealth and untold stories spurred the archaeologists on. The Copper Scroll promised to unlock a hidden part of history, a chapter that had been lost to time. Its discovery was not just about finding treasure, but about uncovering the rich tapestry of human history woven into its ancient inscriptions. The Copper Scroll was found with the Dead Sea Scrolls, a collection of ancient Jewish texts discovered between 1947 and 1956 in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea. These scrolls are considered one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century. The discovery was made by Bedouin shepherds who stumbled upon the first of the scrolls in a cave. This led to a series of excavations by archaeologists who uncovered a treasure trove of ancient manuscripts. Among these manuscripts was the Copper Scroll, a unique artifact because it was inscribed on metal rather than parchment or papyrus. This suggested it held special significance. The Copper Scroll probably came from the same group of people, the Essenes, who had carefully saved the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Essenes were a Jewish sect that lived in the Judean desert during Roman times. Known for their strict religious practices and communal lifestyle, they were known for being very religious and following Jewish law closely. Their community was dedicated to purity and asceticism, often living in isolation to avoid the perceived corruption of urban life, particularly in Jerusalem. The Essenes believed in living a life of purity and simplicity, away from the distractions and moral decay they saw in the cities. They formed tight-knit communities where they shared everything, and lived according to strict religious rules. The Copper Scroll, with its detailed list of valuable items, offers a fascinating glimpse into their lives. It lists treasures of gold and silver, hidden in various locations, which has led to much speculation about its purpose. Was it a list of the Essenes' own treasures, hidden during dangerous times to protect them from invaders? Or perhaps it was a record of a much larger cache, accumulated over many years, its origins shrouded in mystery? The true nature of the Copper Scroll's treasures remains one of the great mysteries of archaeology. Whether it was a communal treasure of the Essenes or a larger collection amassed over centuries, its discovery continues to captivate historians and treasure hunters alike. Unlike the Dead Sea Scrolls, which were mostly stories and religious texts, the Copper Scroll is like a list. It names over 60 places in Judea and describes hidden treasures, tons of gold and silver, fancy containers, and other riches. The words on the Copper Scroll aren't the same Hebrew as the Bible. It's written in Mishnaic Hebrew, a kind of Hebrew spoken closer to the time of Jesus. This makes us think the Copper Scroll was written later than most of the Dead Sea Scrolls, maybe around the 1st century AD. The scroll's clues, using landmarks and places as hints, sound like an old treasure map. They tell of a huge fortune hidden very carefully, but what the scroll really means, and who hid the treasure, is still a mystery. The Copper Scroll's secret language and detailed descriptions have led to many different ideas about what it means. This ancient artifact, discovered in 1952 among the Dead Sea Scrolls, stands out due to its unique composition and cryptic content. Unlike the other scrolls, which were made of parchment or papyrus, the Copper Scroll is made of metal, adding to its mystique and durability over the centuries. Some experts think the treasure was real, hidden by the Essenes or another Jewish group during a fight against the Romans in 66 AD. This theory suggests that the scroll lists actual locations where vast amounts of gold, silver and other valuables were concealed to protect them from the invading forces. The Essenes, known for their ascetic lifestyle and communal living, might have had the means and the motive to hide such treasures. Others think the treasure was symbolic, representing spiritual ideas or secret knowledge. According to this interpretation, the scroll's references to treasure could be metaphors for spiritual wealth or esoteric wisdom. This aligns with the mystical traditions of the time, where hidden knowledge was often encoded in text to be deciphered by the initiated. Making things even more mysterious, the scroll's directions aren't very clear. The vague and often cryptic instructions have baffled scholars and treasure hunters alike. The scroll mentions specific locations, but these places are described in such an obscure manner that pinpointing them on a modern map is nearly impossible. It talks about places like the salt pit that is under the steps and the Valley of Acre under the east side, in the pit near the rock. These descriptions, while evocative, lack the precision needed for a successful treasure hunt. The landscape of the region has also changed significantly over the millennia, adding another layer of difficulty to the search. These vague directions are hard to understand and make it tough to find the treasure. Many have tried to decode the scroll and follow its instructions, but the elusive nature of the described locations has led to more questions than answers. The harsh desert environment further complicates these expeditions, making the search both physically and mentally challenging. Some think the scroll was meant to be secret, a way to keep the treasure safe from the wrong people. This theory posits that the cryptic nature of the scroll was intentional, designed to ensure that only those with the right knowledge or divine insight could locate the hidden riches. The idea of safeguarding valuable or sacred items from potential desecration or theft was a common practice in ancient times. Maybe the people who made the Copper Scroll hid a secret code in its mysterious descriptions, a code that only a few people knew. This code could have been a form of ancient encryption, accessible only to a select group of individuals who possessed the key to unlock its secrets. The Copper Scroll remains one of the most intriguing and enigmatic artifacts from the ancient world, continuing to captivate the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and treasure hunters alike. The idea of buried treasure and the Copper Scroll's exciting clues have interested treasure hunters and archaeologists for years. Many expeditions have gone to the Judean desert, using metal detectors and the scroll's clues, hoping to find gold. One expedition, led by Vendell Jones, a former minister who spent his life looking for the Copper Scroll's treasures, said he found some of the places mentioned in the scroll. While people still debate whether Jones really found anything, his strong belief in the scroll inspired many other treasure hunters. Even with all these attempts, most of the Copper Scroll's treasures are still lost. The harsh desert, the scroll's difficult language, and the passage of time make finding the treasure a very hard, maybe impossible job.